Hello and welcome to another mentoring analysis for the Rebel College League. I'm Zinj, and this is week 2 with HajdukSplit's Chaos team against Mission Impossible's Stadium for Mission Impossible, the Wood Elf team that we are facing this week. So, it's a Wood Elf team. I believe there's a War Dancer with Strip Ball, which is something to be worried about. Let's have a look at the skills. And kick, that's a bit annoying too. So there's one loner on both sides, and they're kicking a strip ball, and that's it. So nice and simple. The Wood Elves won the toss, so they chose to kick. I think both teams would or should choose to kick here. Let's switch around. Watch from the Chaos side, because that's what we're doing. I'll leave default skills on then, seeing as this is a college league game, because you may not be used to catchers and their skills or war dancers, disgusting war dancers. Okay, so first of all, yes, this is a setup that I expected to see from Wood Elves, and the key thing in it is not to overload the line here and forget about this side over here, basically. So the thing I'm most worried about is a blitz. And now that we've left it like that, I would prefer to move all this up a little bit, have this beastman next to this one. Because you can one die through one of these beastmen quite easily. I mean, you can two die as well, you know, you could like sit this loner here, on here or here, bring some other linemen in here for an assist, then blitz through with a 2-die from the War Dancer. That's not great actually, because that forces the dodges. No, actually I think the War Dancer could take a 1-die, and if you get knocked down, then they can just stream through, and if they don't, they can still dodge through. So I'd actually move both these up, or rather actually what I would do, having said all that, forget all what I just said. What I would do is put this warrior here and this warrior here, because these are all strength 4, these are all strength 3. They don't need to be bunched up like this to get those 2-die blocks, and you know, you can have a guy at the top up here, you can have a guy here, and they can all take their own 2-die block. Nobody needs an assist. And then that gives you that sort of counteracts this sort of tempting for a blitz kickoff that we're seeing. So I think that's important. Anyway, we're seeing kick. We're seeing a deep kick, which you would expect. And it is a very deep kick. So Wood Elves want to go for a deep kick, because you probably can't protect that ball super easily. You know, if that wasn't a high kick, you can move someone back and pick it up. Move up here. You've got another guy free, but you can't get into a cage. And the Wood Elves can possibly come around, you know, make a hole, screen you off from the rest of your team, and then attack the ball and be in a really good spot. So they've got lots and lots of movement, they're very fast, that's what they want to do. So Wood Elves, most elves in fact, but I think particularly Wood Elves, will go for a deep kick almost all the time. Like, unless, you know, say this was totally empty with no players here, you'd go for a short kick perhaps then. Hoping for the blitz more, but this is better if it's not a blitz. So yeah, on this setup here, I would want the warrior there, and then you can move him across, and don't need to worry about these guys. They can stay where they are. And same over here, he can move there. That does mean this is a bit weaker, so maybe not there. But yeah, I would probably just move him across, and then move him across, and then it's very difficult for them to blitz a hole and be able to just pass through. If it's a blitz, it's all fairly low odds, but on the offense that we're on, I think the most important thing with the kickoff and with the setup is just covering against that blitz, because it can just lose you the game straight away. Whereas, you know, taking these blocks isn't too difficult to get set up. You could set up so that you can get some chain pushes, like if these are all offset by 1 here, you can push them this way and then this guy can take a block. But I don't think it's worth focusing so hard on like maximizing your line of scrimmage blocks so much. That's a bit of a trap, unless it's a slow team that you're playing, in which case, you know, if this was Chaos Dwarves, for example, they either have the blockers on the line, they probably do, or the hobgoblins, once you've got lots and lots of claw and mighty blow. And at that point, maybe you do just put everybody on the line and cover the sides off, and then just push them across until you knock them down. Something like that. Anyway, turn 1, we get a high kick, and it's a 1. So we burn to 1, if you subscribe to that school. Now, because this is so far back, I don't think I would bring him all the way back here. Let's look at these guys, if I can do. Can I see how far they can move? Not very easily. Okay, well, let's ignore that for a second. But let's say, something goes horribly wrong here. The War Dancer, along with the Catcher, is the fastest movement. Actually, the Catcher's got sprint, he can get a bit farther, but the War Dancer can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, we can see how far he can go. He can go that far. Now, the problem with this is it's on the sideline. It's against the edge. So if we fail the pickup, and you can re-roll it, but you can fail that too. But if we fail that pickup, it's then a 3 in 8 to go out. And if that's a throw-in, that's so bad if it's here, because say it's a D3 and it goes this way, or this way. If it goes this way, it's going to get shut back in again. If it goes this way, you're sort of okay, but you're in trouble. You're in trouble against the speed of these elves. And if it goes this way, you're also in trouble, because it'll be somewhere they can get it that you probably don't have lots of players. So, I want this guy staying around here in this one situation. Yeah, I think so. Still. This is talking about lots of things that can happen on the off chance, so we don't need to worry about too much. Right, we're going to have to re-roll this on this pickup. I'd usually perhaps not do, but it is such a fast team that you are going to have to commit a re-roll to that. But yeah, best taking the 2 direct lots first, because you can re-roll those. So a 1 in 9 here, you can re-roll for a 1 in 81, whereas this is a 1 in 3, re-rolling to a 1 in 9. So these are your safe moves first, because no one's got block, because these can be fairly solid. Maybe you take the blitz first. I don't think it actually matters too much. I would always follow up in this case. So this is the kind of place where I might start to screen off, like I would perhaps just move these guys up. Put this beastman here, put this warrior here, and then they're not going past this way. And then you only have to worry about this side. I'd be very tempted to blitz the kicker. We either do that by maybe basing this loner up against this guy, and then one of these guys can take the blitz. One thing I'm considering is you could just blitz with the loner. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if that's above down, you just take it. You don't re-roll that. But if you're going to do that, you need to cover off this side a bit more. And for 3 players isn't great. So actually, I think I would start this by taking the blitz, just to see how that goes. Because if that burns your re-roll, you need to cover this off. Maybe you off screen it actually. Maybe if you take the blitz with this guy, say, and then end up with a little L screen where he goes there, and you have the other 2 players here, and then this War Dancer can't really get past, and the linemen aren't as fast or quite as dangerous. So that's what we're looking at there. You want to keep them penned in. You do not want to let them into this side in turn 1. So that's how I'm looking at this. So all pushes so far. Not down. Might as well fold that one up too. Maybe I would have put him there just so he can't dodge this way, but it doesn't matter. Really doesn't matter. Okay, gotta re-roll this, I believe. And oh, we got it. Okay, so where do you go? Okay. I don't like it as much. Because now, yeah, you can cage him up, but you have to cage him up. But if you do cage him up with these 4 players, that just leaves all the rest of this space for your opponent to move through. So, and that was also why I wanted this guy starting over here and staying there, so you can do the pickup. You know, after you got the high kick, this is after the high kick came and placed this player down here. I just don't like covering him with this one at this time, because of the reasons I talked about with the distance they can cover and so on. So yeah, now he's kind of useless for this turn, and we're really hurting for players here. So I think on that turn I would have just left him around here. Where can he go again? I think I just leave him somewhere where he can't be based on GFIs, however far forwards that is. Take the splits and then screen off. Now we're probably going to cage him up because that is what I said to do. This is going to be a standard looking cage, which does mean he can get a 1-die on this ball straight away. So yeah, the problem here, and you know, don't take this too bad, because this is fine. You know, that for your second rugby league game, this is great. You know, picking up the ball, re-rolling the pickup, moving into a cage, that's great stuff. So I'm trying to teach the more advanced way that I would look at this, and the you know, how you can improve past the what the setup we're doing here. So actually, would I re-roll? Would I GFI there? I think I would GFI there because he's not doing much here. Maybe would I GFI in this situation? Not with 2 re-rolls, I suppose. I'd want to double GFI to there. That makes a big difference then. I mean, yeah, you do want him over here, but you can see now that the opponent can just move wherever he wants to. I don't really like blitzing him. I don't like blitzing him from this direction, and I don't like choosing him to blitz. So first of all, if we're going to blitz this guy, I want to blitz him from here, so that either way you can push him here, back into your big bulk of strength warriors. Whereas from this direction, on a knockdown, he's going to go here or here, and then he's going to be free to just stand up and move. I think the key to playing the low TV Wood Elves, or against them rather, as I mentioned, is basing the linemen, maybe even one-on-one with your warriors, trying to force them to dodge away because they don't have dodge. This guy goes down there, which I suppose is the better position of those two, but yeah, now he can just stand up and move again, so no dice to roll there. But I just really don't like blitzing anyone over this side compared to this side, as I talked about at the start. And this player, actually, I think he'd be best just standing there. And if he wants to come this way, it forces the blitz onto this player, or else he doesn't come this way. Whereas now, you've actually basically freed up a player for him, and everybody else can just stream around. So as a Wood Elf coach, I'd be pretty happy. Well, I'd be very happy with that as turn 1, actually. Very, very happy because nothing got hurt, but we'll get used to that. So yeah, well, I've said, overall I've said what I would do differently there. I would not bring this guy over, I would leave him here until after the pickup. These 4 players, I would set up in a little screen here, well, or here, and here. With an elf screen like that, you know, they can blitz part of the front away, but they can't easily dodge through. It doesn't mean that they absolutely can't dodge through. You know, you can just start chucking dodges through tackle zones, but at this stage, I don't think that would happen at all. And if we'd done that, then it keeps them in their half. Yeah, I would have kept the warriors spread out. Maybe if he was here to begin with, he could have stayed there. And these 2 at the side I would have kept here as well, and just completely sealed off this side of a warrior here and a beastman here. And they are not going through that way. So now you can see, I think. You can see, or probably even remember in playing this, talking only to my mentee here, that the elves have just got completely free reign of the pitch now. In fact, your players are completely bunched up, and if you wanted to, and he's not going to, but if you wanted to, we can just come in and stand this lineman in here, and come in, leap, and blitz the ball, and almost certainly get the ball down. Which isn't great for him just yet, because he can't recover it, but it does force you to at least pick it up again. And if you failed that pickup, and you know he brings all his other players around here, then you're in all sorts of trouble, really big trouble. And that's what I'd be doing as the Wood Elves here. Yeah. So I don't think I would actually blitz the ball if I was the Wood Elves, but I would be coming into this area here, trying to separate the cage and its players from these warriors over this side. That's quite a long intro, but I think that's the most useful turn to talk about because that's before it all goes kind of crazy. So he's setting up an elf screen, but he's already giving up quite a bit of space, which surprises me. Like, why not set up the screen here and here, and then have the rest of the players here? Why let you advance this far? So maybe I should send this to your opponents as well. Pick a poke. I mean, otherwise, yeah, this is a totally standard textbook elf screen covering the entire pitch because he has 11 players. Assuming he can make one dodge somewhere. Even if he doesn't, it wouldn't really matter. He's not blitzing, which is kind of fine. Because, you know, to blitz any of these guys, you need 2 assists. And that's a bit too much to ask, and it brings you to a bit too much out of position. But this isn't unusual. So, you know, it's an elf screen, and now you have to deal with that. Which we'll get to talk about. Maybe he goes 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe just stands around here somewhere. If it was me. Nice, okay. Okay, standard elf screen. To cause issues with an elf screen, you want to get stuck in there and then base the players that don't have dodge. So I'd actually be looking at blitzing this player here, Professor Dementor, and then probably blitzing him with a warrior, putting the warrior in there, getting another warrior here and another warrior here. Maybe this warrior here, and then this guy comes and like supports that warrior. And then the cage comes and moves here. This guy can catch up a bit. And the reason to do that is then you've got warriors basing this lineman, these 2 linemen, maybe this guy. And you know, also the War Dancer in this catcher. So the War Dancer may block you back. But then, you know, he needs 2 assists to make that 2 die, so he needs to bring these players around. Or he dodges away. And then he dodges everybody else away, but if he dodges everyone away, maybe he fails one of those dodges. That's what that's about. Okay, so we're basing linemen with warriors, that's nice. This is another standard cage, which I'm a little bit more dubious about because he can just leap in there. It depends what his recovery is going to look like. Good to see all the moves before the blitz though. I guess it's a bit more than a standard cage, isn't it? You've got like the cage and then also the warriors around it, and they're quite hard to get through, just due to the strength. That said, a red die Sacketent from the strip ball is really not so bad for him. And he could be really lucky with he could come around this way, leap to here, take an uphill, strip ball, blitz this way, and then anything but a skull gets the ball down, and it bounces out somewhere, and maybe they don't catch it, maybe it bounces out again, and then maybe he grabs the ball and gets away. So, that's why you kind of often want the anti-leap cage and the player in here. But it probably doesn't matter in this situation too much. Now, we've not blitzed yet, but he's going to go and base that lineman. If we're doing that, I would not have minded at all this being the blitz. And blitzing this guy against the sideline here, that could be quite nice. And if we did that, I would bring this guy in for a support. Otherwise, he's probably is going to try and block this warrior away. So I think I'd take that one there. This one I don't like. Again, I don't like the blitz direction. We could come in from this side. and blitzed him that way, and then we could have pushed him or knocked him down next to the warrior. I thought this guy was coming in to base him, but now he's not. So there's a real major thing there, I think, with the blitz direction, that even if it's just a push, leaving him next to the warrior, I think is better than pushing him away. Just because they don't want to come and start a fight. It's different if it's a really bashy team. Yeah, so I think we should have blitzed that way. But we do get a POW. And an unbreak. Oh, we're following up too. That's a KO, so we're following up to the catcher. I guess that makes sense too. But the catcher easily dodges away. Now this probably means this is the blitz. Oh, it's a block even. So yeah, this is where I was also talking, because so basically one-on-one with the warriors, I do think it is worth it, even though you can get a 2-die like this, because now he's got 3 players just stood here and bunched up together just to take that 2-die without block against Armor 9, which at this sort of stage isn't scary for the chaos and is quite good for us to sort of leave him there. I did think that might be the War Dancer Blitz actually, and then that lets him get free. Maybe this is the Blitz instead, this guy. I don't dislike it. But you can see now, and maybe he's realising at this point, that by taking these blocks, he's not got enough of the rest of his team left to screen off like he was before. So we should see the blitz from the War Dancer first, that's good. With block. And I think I would have actually left that warrior here with this moved guy, and then he can move out and form part of the screen as well. But then your warrior isn't going anywhere, probably. You can dodge him out, but you probably won't do, I think I would have left him there. In fact, I think he may as well mark him again. Anyway, so Armor 9 doesn't hold. What advice am I giving? Oh well, at least he's not dead. Do we have the Apo? Yeah, no we don't. Oh yes, we got the bribe. We have the bribe that I recommended. Okay, yeah. Yeah, well, Armor 9's fine, isn't it? Apart from you roll 11 into 11, which will inflict casualty on anything in the game. Okay, bit unlucky there, but yeah, it does sort of bring the elf screen out a little bit out of position. What now? Yes, I would move him there. I would blitz. I want to blitz this guy so I can base him, but I guess we're better actually blitzing the kicker just because he's a bit more of a high value target. Then bringing players in here, and still having the cage in here. Maybe marking one of these guys. I mean, we are going to actually... Oh, this is the loner. Okay. Don't know if that was a mistake. It may well be. And if this is a both down, I would not re-roll it if you realised it was the loner. But yeah, there's no good reason to blitz the loner. But I do think that was the player's target. Okay, so putting the warrior in. Suppose we only have 3 warriors left. Yeah, I was a bit lucky. That's a lot better. Yeah, like this too, particularly against the opposing loner. Okay, so given how he's played, he's obviously going to take his block here. But if he does that, where's the screen going to be? I mean, we've still got loads of time. We don't have to be making all this progress. It is good. It is really good to keep making progress down the pitch. It is such a trap to think, oh, I've got 6 turns. I can move up later. No, it is much better to be up here with a solid cage, You know, being able to free to score when you want to, rather than being forced to like do some crazy play on turn 8 to get up there. Okay, so we keep 4 players over here, and armor 9 holds this time. I think I actually go for the war dance this time. It's a long shot. That's good. See a little kind of scoring threat here. Need someone to look out for. In fact, it's probably worth going and sticking a beastman in front of him. Is it? I think so. Just in case something terrible happens. So if he goes there, he's going to take that block at some point. I want to see the other warrior get involved in here. And then probably blitzing the war dance now, just because that strip ball is so dangerous. I would not use a reroll unless it's a turnover, but we can keep the I think we can keep the cage there for a turn, but use all the other players to get right up in here. Okay, he marks him, that's nice. He gets POW, that's nice, I'll put him there, yep. I think he may as well have followed up again. If that wasn't an armor break, he can just stand up and move away for free. So I would follow up there. Blitz goes for this war dancer. No. No, we get the POW. But imagine if we'd hit this one and got rid of him. In fact, does he have an Apo? Yes, of course he did, because he got 70k winnings from the first match. Ooh, it's a KO. Yeah. I mean, it's hard to criticise, because that was a really nice result. But we shouldn't be doing results-based analysis. So, what's going on here? Maybe you actually now use him as a cage corner. So you can free up another one of these guys. So these are now the rest of your cage. And these two are free. Well, this guy's free to come in here, so he probably wants to go there. Otherwise, this warrior's being punched. Okay, over here. Because as it is, I do think this warrior here wants a friend. Or I feel like it's super likely he's just going to come in for an assist and then he's going to block him. Which isn't too bad, you know, if it keeps 2 players there. I don't think it's too bad, but I do think it would have been better doing something else with another player around here. Oh, are we going for the ball? Yes, wow, there it goes. Now this makes a lot of sense, because now you can come in from this side, blitz the ball, get a 1 die, so it's 2+ to knock the ball down here or here, maybe it bounces out to here, and if it does, it's just a 3+, 2+ away, 3+ with reroll to give it to him, and then he runs way out of range of anyone, so that's why I wanted him here, so we can just run straight down the pitch. Yeah, this is this is actually really well timed. This is quite good from Peek-a-Poke here. The leap is good. The blitz is good enough. I think he should have followed up, but the very nice. The dodge out too. But yeah, the scatter was lucky for our team. Otherwise, I would very much expect to see a 4+ pickup if it was here or here. Into giving it to him, and basically him being away and uncatchable, most likely. And just imagine if we'd blitzed the strip ball last turn instead. I mean, he would have still, or at least I think he should have still, taken that sack attempt with the non-strip ball war dancer. Okay, this is the kind of turn where if you can knock him down, you could get a really nice foul on this War Dancer. Because he's stunned. He's a bit away. Again, I want him to go and stand here for that same reason. You gotta pick up this ball and do that safely, which is a big ask. I think I would take this block and follow up, and at least like force a block here, rather than let all these guys move. But yeah, I was thinking of leaving him there, so you could blitz the War Dancer. If you get pushes, you can take another block with him. And trying to maximise your blocks like that is a very important lesson to learn. Yeah. It's turn 5, so we still have 3 turns after this to score in. So as long as we have the ball safe, this is the only threat. But getting the ball safe first is the issue. You should probably pick it up with this guy because he'd level on the touchdown. You should always be looking for who can level up. Maybe even a warrior at this stage, if one was in range, but they are not, unfortunately. How's the other guy doing? Nope. Nope. I mean, the guy on 5 of 6, maybe he takes a turn 16 vanity pass at some point. It doesn't matter at this point then. So, yeah, so I take the blitz on the War Dancer, then take the block, and if neither of those gets POW, then we're going for the ball. With the pickup, you are most thinking about where it can scatter to. Let's see how that plays out. Okay, so he's going for it there. If we're not moving the cage much, I would have preferred to move these 2 down. Just so that if this totally fails, then the scatter into this area isn't quite as bad as it, now it scatters to here, perhaps. I shouldn't do that either. Okay, that's fine. That's fine as long as this isn't a turnover. But that's a 1 in 81, so I won't be worried about that. Okay, yeah, if we form the cage up now, with what, him? Yep, fine. Then I would blitz with him on the War Dancer, because you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Blitz him that way, and then this guy can get a 2 dive block as well. There's fine. Yeah, that's decent enough. Definitely want to follow that one up. Okay, come on, blitz the War Dancer, or someone. Or this guy. Would even take both down, I think, if it was a free die on the catcher, which looks like... No, it's not. And we get the POW! Oh, that's so annoying, we get the POW, but now you've not got anybody to foul with. This is... Oh. Would you still foul? No. No. Never foul a stun. Let's go with that rule of thumb. Never foul a stunned player. You can do it next time. But now we've still got 3 turns. This is really good. This is a really good place to be, because maybe we can move the cage up. Maybe we can't. And if we can't, that's fine. But as long as the cage remains, the entire turn becomes about getting the biggest foul you can on this guy with the cage safe. Oh, that is a bad dodge to fail, and he takes it, and that is exactly why I wanted the warriors basing the players. I think you should have re-rolled that one, because it's so early in the turn. Okay, so again, I'm looking to foul the War Dancer, so I would blitz with this Beastman, especially this Beastman being on 5 of 6. This guy should actually be your primary blitzer forever until he levels up. This Beastman should go 1, 2, 3, blitz this way, and then on a push he can take a block, and on another push you can push him away, and you've got all this space to foul in if you want to. If you get him down, that's a nice little bonus. You have a bribe. I would actually do the foul before these blocks, but then he gets to die. On a push, you don't follow up so that he can take 2 die. You know that part. He can block him, and again, I think I would actually take a both down against a key positional like this. That's AB7. Okay, let's see how that goes. I mean, with that fail, let's just move the cage up. Why not? It's free. Okay. Okay, so we do get him down. But yeah, you want to blitz from a different angle to get another block from the follow-up. Another KO's nice. It looks like we're going for the foul, so that makes me happy. Actually, if we're going for the foul, it's not really worth risking it with the warrior, so I guess this needs to be the block, and this guy becomes your fouler, is what I'll be doing. But first, I would move the cage up, seeing as that's safe. Maybe we are going to foul with the... Oh no, what I'm talking about now, the warrior can go up to here, and we can have a cage, including the warrior, and then someone's free to foul, of course. That was nice, and this is precisely why he should have re-rolled that failed dodge. We got all these blocks, still got this one. Oh, we're taking the... okay. A little bit risky. Got a KO, it's a bit risky leaving the ball open like that. Get away with it, but we could have made that safe. It would have been one less assist, yeah, but I'd rather have the ball safe. Because this guy can just free plus and hit him. Well, some good KOs, I'm sure they'll all come back. It's not worth handing off at this point in the team's career, but if, say, one of these warriors was on 3 of 6 SPP, in this kind of situation I would be looking to actually do the handoff to score and level up a warrior, because that's so important. Why don't we take that block? Why did we not take this block? Take the block. It's 2 die. Even if it's a 1 die, I would take that block. Okay, well, we've still got a bribe, and we've got loads of elves on the floor. Let's foul the kicker. That's a decent move. You may as well actually leave him over here or so, because then you can blitz everywhere that this can reach. Don't need him back actually, I just leave the 1. Yeah, I want to protect the ball and then maximize some foul while we have that bribe. The loner should be the guy taking all the fouls here. If we do take a foul, I'll be really upset if we don't. I suppose you might as well actually foul the loner. Should we? Or do we go for the kicker? The kicker doesn't really matter in this game anymore. Okay, we can make it. We can make it to the kicker. And we use the loner for the foul. Fantastic. And it's a 9 into an 11. That's a perfect foul. Oh, that's good. This is why you want to bribe. Probably wouldn't have seen... well, maybe he was. Maybe he would have seen both those fouls without the bribe. But it's so good. This is a bit too many players. Be wary of something like this, because it sets up chain pushes that clever players can take advantage of, basically. Oh? Why would you? Okay. Now we have 1 turn. Oh. Oh, is it worth hitting him? No. It's not worth hitting him. It is not worth the risk of hitting that guy, so let's just run it in. But I did say that I would have that beastman a few more tiles to the left, and that's why. It's not so much about being near the player that you want to be, threatening the blitz on next time. It's more about where he can cover the next turn, because he's going to move, and that catches me out a lot. So seeing it now, I'm able to point it out. Okay, so we did get the kicker injured. 1 KO back is good news for us. Injured warrior is bad news. But not a disaster, and he's not permanently injured. Oh, so it's 10-8. So one thing I did not talk about is Wood Elves are really good at doing a one-turn touchdown because the catchers have sprint. So I want to see some kind of anti-one-turn setup here. Let's see what we actually end up with. I guess that's kind of fine. So normally against a one-turn attempt, which this should be, you don't want all your players together on the line because it helps your opponent set up a chain push. So say he puts, well, players in here. He can then mark him, blitz from this direction, and then he's got a chain push and he can push him into there and push this guy out. Not that it matters too much here. The blitzing guy can dodge out, come in here, and he can block him, push him into this player, which is the catcher. Then he's here, and then someone else around here can take an overlock, and then he's just got this bunch of free pluses to get through. So what should we have done? Well, so I prefer splitting up a little bit to make that bit a bit harder. It is difficult when you've lost one of your 11 players, so we've kind of got a gap here. The standard thing to do is just set everybody up on this line, not this one, because if you set them up here, they have to dodge through these tackle zones, but they don't have to dodge away. Where if you set them up here, they have to dodge through the tackle zones and then dodge out. It's just that bit more difficult. So that's probably what I would have done here, is just have him there, him there, him there, and then the rest of you guys can be across this line, evenly spaced out. It does mean none of these guys can get blitzed, which will happen now instead. But he's going to struggle for a 110 here because he's got, what, 7 elves? It's enough, but it's only just enough, so that's quite difficult. Still, it looks like that's what we're going for. Yeah, part of it being so difficult is the recovery of the ball and getting it to the catcher. So it's a big ask. Oh, that makes it that bit harder. Okay, so it's done it that way. It's not down. I think that could have been done a little bit differently, but I can see what he's going for there. Then this is a push here, pushes him to there, then he blocks and pushes him to here, and then you have to get the ball to him, and then he just dodges through. It's a big ask, but it is doable. Looking at it now, you could say maybe he should have been over here for the assist, so that's 2 die. But never mind. We will take a vanity pass instead. Which is good. Oh, and a lower foul. See, I don't think he should be taking that lower foul. I don't think it's an important enough player, and if he gets sent off, which he doesn't, that would be really bad. Okay, so most of the players are back. A war dancer is out, which is massively good news. And we just have the warrior out. So we're on defense. We'll go with this setup again. Yeah, that's fine. That is fine. This is about the best you can do, I think. Okay, so we just have to stop them scoring. Clearly, this is the key player. It's a big old kick. He gets another reroll. Probably thanks to the Fane. That is a deep kick. So, that's so deep, we're not going to go and try and get it. Instead, we want to maybe just totally protect our own half. Maybe have one guy threatening the ball. But it's difficult. down a player. So a blitz onto the line of scrimmage. And he goes back there, fine, fine. So your opponent has to score to win the game, which is a big advantage. If, ooh, there goes a reroll, it's good to be got an extra one. Oh, +2 fame, no wonder. Right, no armor breaks. That's great news. Okay, so what I want to do here is just blitz one of these guys, because overall, I think all I really want to do is just have my entire team in one line. Like have a warrior at each end, and then just have a big old mix of beastmen, a few gaps, and the other warrior blitzing someone, and see what he does about that. So, you know, if this warrior's here, this beastman's there, this beastman's there, this warrior's there, these two beastmen are here, these guys are here, maybe actually no, that warrior's there, and he's there, he's here, and this guy blitzes and comes and backs him up. He is not getting through that at all easily. And he has to score. So, you know, and he's down players, so it's a big ask. This is okay. Having a player as a safety instead, it's not a bad idea, so I really want to see these warriors come in as well and firm up this line. The problem is probably this guy, or rather the war dancer coming and blitzing through this guy. So he would be the blitz for me with a warrior on either side, and you know, the warriors over here and the other guys here. But yeah, what I would actually have done is just have just a line, just a flanks of players, and they'll struggle to get through. Okay. I want these two guys here, and this guy in there, I guess. But then that leaves this as super weak to get through, so yeah, he has to go there. Yeah, the follow-up bothers me this time. I don't think I would have followed up. Leaving him free to move back over here. Please go over there. No, okay. But yeah, that is also a gap. So yeah, with what we ended up with, I think we then tried to cover up the right things, which was good, really good to see. Oh, where's he gonna blitz? Because if I were him, a sideline cage as Wood Elves is no bad thing at all. In fact, if he gives him the ball, sideline cages here, there's not much you can do to stop him scoring, really. Apart from bad dice. But we're lucky he's not blitzing through this sort of weak link in the chain. Instead, just taking the blitz and dodging away. Maybe taking that block, maybe not. Okay, now this is a standard elf strategy of like trying to entice you into their half, and I think I heard this is how this went. So having the safety is super important, but again, on my next turn, I would just want to form up forwards, not basing him, but using my strength and assists, like defensively, to make it really hard to get through. Actually bringing him forwards, it doesn't matter how, if he's back this far, when the entire team's this far forwards, so he could move up to about here. But seeing as he's going for this, you know, it is not a tie right now. He is behind in score, so I really would just bring this warrior over here, have pairs of players across the whole pitch, and say, you know, what are you going to do about it? As long as it's a warrior on the end, he's going to have to risk a red die to try and sneak through one side. Instead, he's screening off. This is as though he's on defense. Still, I think we already learned before I even did this review how this goes. The elf team teases you and tempts you forward. You get into some big old scrum with most of their team, and they just pivot around you and then run away, and you can't stop them. But you cannot fall for it. We could have even, just stayed here. Just stayed entirely on the line of scrimmage and said, okay, well, just chuck the ball in your own half if you want to, but I'm going to win the game unless you come this way. Take the blitz per turn still, obviously. The Warriors here is good. Actually, this is really nice. If we do our own elf screen, this looks really good. If he comes in here, these two, it's this edge is the issue. We'd have to screen these two here, and I think I'd have to run him all the way up to here to feel confident with this. Okay, that kind of goes to the wall as well. That's not so bad. I would not follow up this time, because I'm trying to defend so hard that I'm worried about the counter block and then that leaving another player, chaos player, on the floor. Because this isn't a screen. This is like, because he's based, he just gets that block and then he can blitz through. Whereas if we didn't follow up, he just isn't coming through this bit. He'd have to go through here. So as long as he doesn't have any kind of scoring threat, we're really happy. If he's using his whole team to screen off the ball deep in his own half on offense, you're laughing, really. He may as well pass from where he was, really. By moving? Yeah. What's that? Right, he's the target. We've got to deal with him now. So, this warrior needs to be here. Well, we might as well just do our own L screen, and then what's he going to do, Have the warriors at the front, have a beastman behind, warrior here, this beastman behind, warrior here, this beastman behind, and a warrior here, another beastman behind. Now these two will have to deal with this guy, so one blitzes him against the sideline, one stands behind him, this guy runs to the line of scrimmage, and then he's not getting through that. Oof, gotta reroll that one. So I would actually push him there, I think, and bring another player in to stop him moving, because we have enough to screen off everybody else. Whereas now he could just dodge away. A 3+ isn't that bad. But now I don't want to base the players with my warriors, even though that was the advice that I gave. If we are going to do that, I'd want to bring the beastman in too. So I want him to stand here, I want him to stand up here, and him to come around here. Once around the back, and another safety back here, and run this guy forwards, but then this guy's probably going to just dodge down here somewhere. So you see now, with having this sort of column defense but based, it means he can take the block. He could just bring in one assist, take a 1 die. If he's lucky and gets a knockdown, he can do a 2 die blitz through, or if he just gets a push, he can still do a war dancer 1 die blitz through there, and then he's got a hole to get through. Whereas if this beastman's here, he can't bring the assists in to block the warrior so easily. He'd have to like cancel out this beastman as well as have an assist. It's just a totally different proposition. So that's perhaps. So I think there's the two really key things from this for me are this drive with the we're on defense, So it would be a little bit more just because of the way they're playing, you know, because they've gone so deep and so defensive on their offense when behind, then I would myself play really defensively. Otherwise, if we are going to base up like this, I want the other players in assisting. Yeah, just in assists. Just helps so much more. I hope I've explained why well enough. Yeah, him there's good. We'll need him. Where is he now? Now we can just block him out the way and then come through here. So I guess he has to go in here somewhere. This guy really may as well move up here, because even if this guy dodges through, he's only going to get that far, right? I can understand going there, but yeah, this... Okay. Oh. Oh, that is scary. Okay. Blitzing the warrior. Maybe the elf defense helped here? Okay. Still a lot of turns to play, I suppose. This is a really deep offense. Maybe the deepest I've ever seen. Yeah, he runs around, but having this other player here means that he's only this far forwards rather than, you know, all the way down here that he could have been. So he definitely should be the blitz target. Now, again, if we're going to elf screen, we don't base, or if we are going to base up, we base super hard. Like, can we just box them in completely? You know, could these 4 players go there? If those 4 players are there, do we have enough? If he'd blitzed him and got him down, then he can bring another 4 players in here. And then what's he going to do? I suppose he could just dodge through with the War Dancer still. Yeah, again, would just prefer the defense. Just stick with an elf defense. There, and then another couple somewhere. But this guy's the target. In fact, we should be fouling him because we've still got that bribe. He should come forwards. You might have forgotten about this player. That's easy to do. This time I would follow up. Okay, yeah, so we're going in heavy. I want him there now. Okay, no. That's good. Okay. Should have blitzed him for sure. He's the only real threat to the scoreline right now. If you come and stand at the back, that's okay. So again, the War Dancer can just blitz through him. Or him. Oh, that's what he's going to do, isn't it? He's just going to blitz there. 1 die. Run everyone down. Cage up here. And he's away. Yep. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. 4 players instead of these. But okay, this is what we're here for. All this kind of learning opportunity. I do not think he should have followed up there. I don't think it was worth the risk of the dodge, but okay. And yeah, I can't see us stopping the score quite so easily now. In fact, given good dice, it's almost impossible to stop. Now he's making all these dodges. That is the way it goes. That was a lot of dodges. Wow, okay, that's about time. Look at that. Okay, this guy needs a player in front of him, so it's going to have to be him. And then these two are your key players for this. So, how far can he go? He can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You could double GFI to there, or blitz in. It's not great, but this is quite a good amount of players to stop these guys from doing anything. These are not loners, so I think you would need to elf screen this off. Because we are Chaos. They are fairly agile for a bash team. They are, at this stage, a hybrid team. They're not a bash team. They're a hybrid team that have to play agility plays in situations like this. So I think these two players would actually have to be forced to do double GFI to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, double GFI here and here. And then these guys can maybe come around here, maybe blitz him in. And then you can just position guys here. Well, everyone in here basically. 2 there, and the rest can base them up. And that may slow them down with him there. But it's very difficult to recover from a turn like the last one. So blitzing him, I can understand. You get the base on the wall. Oh, we get injury, that's nice. Is this the loader? No, nice. Well, that's a retirement. So now he's... what? He can just blitz his way free. It really depends, it's the rest of the players that matter, you know, if he ends up potatoing with this wall dents down here, suddenly this guy becomes the... he finally gets to fulfill his destiny of being the safety and covering all this area. That means trying to slow these guys down. So that's why I would have blitzed him into here and then maybe got more players into around here. Woof. Oh, that was rough. At least we've got another Kaz. There hasn't been as many turnovers as you might expect from a Chaos team with no skills. And he should have actually blitzed, I think, with the war dance there. Bring him in for an assist. Maybe I can understand that he wants him for the cage, because it's going to be super hard to stop any sort of cage now. That's smart, having him there. Him there. Can we just blitz the wall dancer with the loner? Yeah. Okay, I mean, we're in a lot of trouble now because even if you fish a power out of this, he probably just picks up again and scores. But, you know, this is the world we're in now. You may as well stand over him, I think. You gotta blitz the wall dance with loner. You probably even have to try the loner reroll, as desperate as that is. Come and stand this guy in here first, and then he's your really optimistic recovery if the ball comes out here somewhere. He probably just catches it again. But I think that's the play we're looking at after how badly this went, especially this turnover here. Oh, he can blitz him. Okay, that's better. 3, 4, 5, 6 double GFIs. That's probably a bit better. Him not being a loner. Again, I think he should have stood in front. He should probably have gone here. It doesn't matter at this point. I think I would do this, and then I would just be able to throw a respect foul at the end of the turn. Oh, that's not a blitz. That was meant to be the blitz, and it wasn't. Oh, that's so annoying when that happens. Oh, okay, so we've gone there. Oh, it was a blitz, and it was a blitz, and it was a power. Incredible. That is really good, actually. Yeah, trying to get the ball into the crowd is a really nice move. I like that. I would have followed up too. Definitely would have followed up whenever we're knocking the ball down. Oh, that's unfortunate. That was really good though. Yeah, that was good. Could have saved the game, but it was a low chance. You know, you need the ball to go out. You need it to go basically 1 in 3 up this way. I think that's it. What turn are we on? No rerolls either way. He was the last hope to sack the ball, I think. Okay. No, yeah, no one in range. Yeah, not much to be done here. Maybe we can just foul the ball dancer. And the game's not lost, you know, it's a draw, but when you can't do anything about the result, it's time to start thinking about maximizing the SPP on the players that matter, which is the Chaos Warriors. They're always the most important players on the team. So we'll be blitzing with this one. Whenever I'm not blitzing with that 5 of 6 SPP Beastman, you want to be blitzing this warrior, just on the off chance he gets that casualty. 2 of those, and you can let him levels up. Hello. May as well float there. So now actually, even though you have the bribe, if you foul or not, I think just depends on. It doesn't matter in college league, but if this was like a really important division, college is important. You know, it's the results. Rather, what I mean is, it's too early to say. But say this Wood Elf team was on a real tear and were like top of the division, you would foul them to maybe remove a player, maybe hurt the chances a little bit later on. Conversely, if they are near the bottom of the division, you don't want to foul them because then you're just going to make it easier for all your opponents and start to play them. So that's how I see it. Having said that, we've got the foul. I mean, we've got the bribe. The Wood Elves, they should be fouled. Okay, it is 1-1. But we do get a turn. So the one thing I'm looking for here is we have a Beastman on 5 of 6 SPP. He should be aiming to do a Vanity Pass. But you probably want to take all the blocks you can take first. Let's just skip that bit. What happened there? Who knows? Yes, 5 or 6 guy. Put him in the middle, give him a friend to pass to. Oh, they both got 5 or 6. How's that happened? Never mind. Okay, they both got 5 and 6. Excellent. 2 guys to pass to each other. Yeah, take the lots with the warriors. +2 fame really helps, it turns out. Not much you can do about it. Okay, yeah, maximizing those blocks. I like to see it. Not quite, but never mind. It's low odds of actually getting a casualty from any odd block, even though this is armor 7. One thing you can do is look to get free dive block somewhere. So he should come in for an assist here, which would make this a free die. Or that. We don't do it the way you can take the free die block and then take the blitz if it's not knocked down. Whereas now we lose that block. Never mind. And we go for the pass and flip the pickup. So that's the game. Very classic result in the end there. Okay, so 12 arm breaks is good. 4 arm breaks for them is good for us. Oh, Warrior MVP, fantastic. He's now like the primary blitzer or vanity pass chucker. Gonna get him leveled next. I don't think there's really anything else to look at in that one. Block dice were kind of good for him because you get double as many pushes as the rest of them. So these being so high compared to the pushes is very good dice. Whereas this is pretty standard dice. Yeah. Yeah. Anything else? Only 4 GFIs, that's good to see. Don't want to see all of those. 50-50 on pickups, a bit unfortunate. Yeah, I don't think there's much else to say on that one. So, there's the defensive drive with the defense or the basing and what I talked about there. One small but actually really important thing to think about is the blitz or block and the push direction, or the directions they can go in. You want to maximize blocks from that. You know, if you've got like a kind of fairly free blitz and the direction doesn't matter too much, you want to see if you've got a player you can push them into that they can then take a block with, or you want to blitz in such a way where you leave them basing a player. If it's this kind of matchup where you know it's a Wood Elf lineman against a Chaos Warrior, where he's probably not going to block him back compared to a more scary player who would block you back and maybe hurt you. Although we did, you know, lose the warrior to a casualty fairly early. That did hurt quite a bit. Okay, I think I will leave it there for this week. Good luck in the next one, and see you next time.